Alrighty. Hey there guys, it's Silver, your host, and we are back for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Since our last part, I have done, in fact I'll show you on the free duel screen, I have done some grinding in free duel off screen, and I have had a lot of duels against the most trusty source for some good early game cards, Villager 3. Must have dueled the guy about 16, 17 times, and Seto a bit as well, but to be honest, the difficulty that Seto can sometimes pose depending on his draws compared to Villager 3, this guy is a more consistent win, as you can see by the win rate, and you get far better cards from him, as opposed to Seto, who's harder and not as good. Right. So, I will show you what we've picked up in all of our various duels with the Villager. A lot of good cards, as you can see here. So, all the top ones are obviously our new cards. Everything, and I'm not exaggerating, everything here that you see from about Starboy, I think, is new. We have another Morphing Jar, an Electric Snake, Fire Reaper, Vasego the Destroyer, an Ancient Jar, a Zombie Warrior, Anthrosaurus, Dorover, Goddess with the Third Eye, I'm very glad to have this one, 2 baby dragons that we got from Villager 3, an Armail and a Hyo. So, our deck is going to get a transformation. First of all, we take out the 2-mouth Dark Ruler. We put in the Anthrosaurus. We take out the Mech Mole Zombie. And the Bone Mouse. We put in the Armored Zombie and the Zombie Warrior. We then are going to take out Buku. It's dreadful. Put in Goddess with the Third Eye. And then I also think we will take out Swordsman from a Foreign Land. And where is it? The Masked Clown. To put in Armail and Hyo. And last of all, we just need to swap a couple of monsters out to put the 2 baby dragons in. And then I think we've got a really good deck on our hands. I'm not saying it's going to be absolutely fantastic, but I'm saying it's probably going to be good enough to take us a little bit further. We need Water Element, that's a good female card. In fact, you know what we'll take out? We will take out Weather to put in Baby Dragon. And despite having just put it in to the deck, I think we'll take the Anthrosaurus out. No, actually, we'll take the Jinzo 7 out. That'll work. Take the Jinzo 7 out. Put the other baby dragon in. Actually. Yeah, we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. So, our current deck composition is a lot better than it was before. I'll just drop a save now that we've made some improvements. And then we're going to go and take on a major obstacle for this playthrough. I believe it's Pegasus next. Let me just show you my deck, actually, before we go in, so you see what we're working with. We've got some solid fusion material, and through doing some good grinding, we've also gotten a fair few star chips, about 180. 2 baby dragons, Angel Witch, Time Wizard, Armored Zombie and Zombie Warrior, Armail, Armed Ninja, Doron, Dragons, 2 dragon statues, Hyo, the Little Swordsman of Alay, Miyotoko, Binding Chain, Goddess with the Third Eye, Key Mace, Winged Elf, Anthrosaurus, Yaiba Robo, Bolt Penguin, Electric Snake, Kaminari Kozu, Ayasube, Water Element, Bayaru, Hinotama Soul, Morphing Jar. Actually, yes, that's one thing that I forgot to swap out. We have a Muka Muka, which we're now going to swap out for another Morphing Jar, because we got another Morphing Jar as well. So 2 Morphing Jars, Prisman, Stone Armadillo, Abyss Flower, Ancient Tree, Firegrass, 2 Man-Eating Plants, a Mountain, Raigeki, Dragon Treasure, and Electro Whip. Here's hoping the grinding has paid off. Now that you've seen me shuffle and move the deck around a bit, I'm not expecting to win against Pegasus here. I'm going to try. Here we go. Yep, quarterfinal match, Yugi versus Pegasus. Well, well, Yugi boy, you've come a long way, but now it's time to lose. This guy has a nasty deck. Nasty. So I can only hope this is enough. I can only hope. I'm not hopeful, to be honest. I will hope in vain. Right. Not ideal. Not ideal. We'll put the Zombie Warrior in defense. But I'm honestly not expecting a great deal in terms of success here. Illusionist Faceless. Now, you're a bit better. You'll do. What's the Illusionist Faceless star sign? Okay. Armored Zombie, you've got a superior attack. Good. There we go. Probably going to pull something horrendous out of the hand now and totally destroy our Armored Zombie. Yeah, of course. Man-eating Black Shark. It's a Black Shark that eats men, apparently. Right. That'll give us a Dark Elf. But it might be a waste. We'll put Kaminari Kozu in defense. That is one heck of a name, by the way, Kaminari Kozu. Yes, Mr. Shark. Eat my little electric gremlin. God, if we had a dragon statue right now, we'd be balling. We'd be balling. I just wish we had a slightly more favourable hand. Ugh, little swordsman of Islay. You're not good enough, unfortunately. I hope I don't have to do much more off-screen grinding. already done a couple of hours off-screen grinding since we started this playthrough, alongside the playthrough parts you've seen already, in order to just get the nice handful of cards that we just picked up and some star chips. Yeah, it's just not good enough, unfortunately. We are probably going to lose from here. Oh no, we have a turn. Meteor Dragon. That's a good card. If I could get a hold of that, and then combine it with a Red Eyes Black Dragon, we'd have Meteor Black Dragon. We've just had nothing really usable all match. Which, to be fair, that's the look of the draw. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh here. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Guess we just try again, don't we? Alright. So, first loss. We'll go for 3. And then if we don't win after 3 duels, we'll go back to the drawing board and I'll do some grinding off screen. Yugi boy, victory is so sweet. You were foolish to challenge me. Yeah, I'd actually say there are 2 fairly big roadblocks in the Domino kind of like present day dueling part of the story. They are Bandit Keith in the early part of the tournament when you're leaving the preliminaries, or about to leave the preliminaries, and also Pegasus. He's honestly harder than Ishizu, who is going to come next actually. Right. Try again. Yeah, in fact, I'd say Pegasus might be harder than Kaiba. He certainly was harder in Duelist of the Roses than Kaiba. In fact, he was obnoxiously difficult in Duelist of the Roses. Change of Heart, Mind Control, Tremendous Fire, a deck full of Toon cards, Trap Monsters. Oh my god, it hurt. Yes. Well, Yugi boy. Alright, let's do this. Just like any game of Yu-Gi-Oh, we just need a good draw. We just need a good draw. Still not ideal, is it? Still not ideal. 1 minute. I think the door just knocked. Alrighty. And we are back. I swear, guys, it's the YouTuber's curse. The second I have some free time to record, be it a free afternoon or a free day that I dedicate to recording, you can absolutely guarantee somebody will start knocking on the door. Just today alone, I've had the mailman, I've had the neighbour, who was after 2 parcels that the mailman had given to me because they were away for the evening, and I've had phone calls as well. So I've lost about probably 40 minutes plus of the last hour. No, in fact, I'd probably say I've lost the majority of the last hour to hour and a half just doing little errands, answering the door, and getting things for the neighbour. Because every time I go downstairs, I have to go and, situate myself again. Alright, we're in business. Baby dragon. Because, the gaming room is upstairs. Oh god, negative guardian star. I can't breach its defenses. This is annoying me. Ugh. Crimson Sunbird. Goodbye, armored zombie. We're gonna need dragon treasure to breach that. What to do? What to do? Cure. A warrior and something that's classified as a dragon by name. Well, that makes Sword Arm of Dragon. Because we already used our Time Wizard, so we can't get another 1000 Dragon. Well, I wasn't asking for a Dragoness the Wicked Knight. But we'll take it. Take out the Crimson Sunbird as well. Oh god. Fake trap. Damn it. Alright. We still have, some... Come on! You're kidding me! Has a dragon capture jar? All the years I've spent playing this game, I have never seen him pull out a dragon capture jar. Ever. Ever. This is not... Alright. We've lost our heaviest hitter. This is going to get frustrating very quickly. And we just drew something that would have enabled us to get Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon and defeat Illusionist Faceless Mage. Hayasube, take out the mage. You might as well. Alright, good. Rakuri box. Oh god. I think he has like 3 of these in his deck. That'll give us a Flame Swordsman, but it's not enough. The most we might be able to do is mutually destroy the Rakuri box, because if I don't, he will just take me out with the Crimson Sunbird and then attack us directly with the Rakuri box. My hope is he doesn't use something with more than 1600 attack to KO us. So we're now at the luck of Pegasus' draw. It's better than nothing. If he has something over 1600, we've lost. Yeah, it's over. It was a gamble I was willing to take, considering we would have lost either way. Alright, so there's our second attempt. We'll go for a third, and then it's back to the drawing board. Or to the grind. Yes, I'm sure you're enjoying your victory quite substantially, Pegasus. I'm sure you are. I'm not. I'm not enjoying getting, tanked and spanked, I'll tell you that now. Okay, load it up. You know what they say about third time being a charm, don't you, folks? The good thing is we have some impressive fusion power in regards to summoning 1000 dragon. We have 2 dragon statues and 2 baby dragons. both of which can be used to bring at least 1,000 dragon out onto the field. And if we use a dragon statue to do it, that leaves our baby dragons open to be fused into a twin-headed thunder dragon. Plus we have a mountain and a dragon treasure. We just need some good synergy. We just need some good synergy. That's all we need. Alright, we have Raigeki. We have Raigeki. We use Fayaru and the little swordsman of Alate. Flame swordsman. Put it on Sun, then at least that way, with the Guardian Star, it'll be a suitable counter for a Brakuri box. So that puts his Brakuri box out of action turn 1. And of course he's got a counter. Yeah, man, he's in shock. Of course he does. Right. I don't quite know what to do here, to be honest. You know what? I'll stall for a turn. Because we don't know what he's going to pull out if I Raigeki the Shark. It could be something worse. And if I put a Dark Witch out by fusion, the man-eating black shark is just going to eat it. So, yeah, called that. Twin-headed thunder dragon. My assumption was correct. At least I've spared myself a turn here. Right, 4,900. Right, bring on the Raigeki. Crimson Sunbird. We've given ourselves a turn at least, depending on the look of the draw. That'll give us a Dark Elf, which is not really good enough, I'll be honest. Oh no, sorry, Dark Witch. Ah! Neptune. With the Guardian sign, they're evenly matched. Good. Provided he's not got something over 1,800, will last. And of course he does. Of course he does! Pirate Dragon. We're hanging in there with 100 life points here. Oh, come on. I honestly don't know what to do here. Elf and a light monster. Sure, that'll give us Mystical Elf, but it's pretty much in vain. No, it won't. I got my fusion wrong. Well, we've lost. We've lost again. Of course we have. I'm not salty at all. I'm not salty. Bright Castle. You know the weird thing was, right? I used to lose a lot when I was actually going to my local tournament scene and playing the actual physical card game. Never bothered me. I was always a good sport. I'd always shake hands. Even though I once or twice encountered a couple of salty players when they lost to me who never wanted to shake hands. They would just give me a scowl, pick up their cards, turn around and walk out the store. But when it comes to playing at the video games, sometimes I can get so frustrated with the RNG. I just get so frustrated with it. Alright, one more attempt. We'll butt our head at the brick wall like a ram one more time and hope the luck of the draw is on our side. But yeah, maybe it's just maybe it's that psychological effect playing the game, right? It's almost like, is the AI just pulling the perfect cards that it needs to win? You don't get that when you're facing a human player. Not psychologically, anyway. Alright. Here we go. We have all the potential to beat Pegasus in this deck, we're just not drawing it. We've barely drawn anything that's good enough to match his cards. Right, we can use a Queen of Autumn Leaves here. I'm not saying that that's excellent, because it certainly isn't. But it's a passable opener. Of course. Of course. Hello, Raigeki. I might as well use you. Right. At least his Bakuri box is dealt with. Crimson Sunbird. He keeps being able to pull these Bakuri boxes and Crimson Sunbirds like it's nobody's business, man. If only we'd have been able... Nope, that doesn't mean we're out yet. Because if we can get a rock card and a female card from our deck, we'll be able to get Mystical Sand out, give it the Electro Whip, 2600 attack. We can hope. It's a face down. I mean, it will work. Yeah, Queen of Autumn Leaves with Electro Whip. And then provided we don't set it to Jupiter, that means the Bakuri box and my Queen are level. So we can't... Oh, sorry, Bakuri box. Crimson Sunbird. Crimson Sunbird. Are level. And we have a 1000 Dragon. This'll do nicely. Attack with the Queen. And now with the 1000 Dragon. Good. Let's try and turn the balance into our favour. Dude, even better. I'm not going to turn that 1000 Dragon into a twin-headed. I'm going to wait now. Because we can get Pumpkin King of Ghosts here, which I wasn't looking at earlier because I was that distracted. Right, we have the Pumpkin King. So then we take out this face down. Crow Goblin. Invisible Wire. It's alright. I was expecting it. What else has he got? Mystical Sand is what we have. If we can draw a baby dragon, then we've got some solid opportunities here. So glad we've got our fusions now. Change the entire dynamic. We are still relying on fusions to win duels. We do need to get some solid 5 and 6 star cards into our deck, so we're not just relying on the luck of the draw. It will make it more sustainable and likely to turn into our favour. Alright, I mean, we've got this. It was a bit close. Will Hayasube and Bolt Penguin to make Balteskar go? No, they won't. Obviously because Hayasube is too powerful. Yamadron. Right, this works. Very nice. Little Chimera. That's gonna go in my deck, actually. It's a weak card, but it's gonna go in my deck. Defeat can be bitter. Oh dear. I don't believe it. My Millennium Eye. One more duel, Yugi, and then it's the final battle. What do you want to do? Oh, we're gonna save for definite. Right. Good, good. We'll have, I believe, one quick try. I think it's a Shizu. Next. And then Kaiba's the final. Kaiba's gonna get his own part. Isis. Or basically a Shizu. Same person. Semi-final. It's my pleasure to face you in battle, Yugi. But only one will walk away victorious. Me. Yeah, Kaiba's gonna get his own part. Little Chimera. We need Miyotoko. We'll take Yaiba Robo out. And put the little Chimera in. We'll give that a try, shall we? See if that is good enough. One second, guys. I think the door's just knocked again. Hold on. Okay, let's resume, shall we? I wonder if Little Chimera, an ancient tree of enlightenment, will give me a flower wolf. It certainly did. Hey, we'll take it. That's not too bad. Bring on the flower wolf. We'll also use the mountain card, I think. We will. If we manage to get a dragon out, that'll buff us nicely. 3,000-year-old white turtle. Good defender. We'll put... That's mystical sand. I'll take that any day. Not powerful enough to breach the white turtle's defenses. In fact, they're tied. He's hoping for something better. Roaring Ocean Snake. We just need the right combination of cards. Doron. And the man-eating plant. Bean Soldier. That's just to pad out our defenses a bit. Dragon treasure. Alright, we have the means to actually get a very powerful card out. Just throwing our mail out so we get a double draw next turn. All we need is either a time wizard or a dragon statue. Oh, sorry, no we don't. We've already got the time wizard in our hand. Not the time wizard. What I meant to say is we have the time wizard in our hand. Now all we need is you. Hello, friend. Yes. Probably our strongest play. I'll take that any day. Not good enough. Not good enough, I'm afraid. Let's take out these roaring ocean snakes. Thanks for that, game. Really? Spellbinding circle. Where's my spellbinding circle? Actually, no, we're not done yet. Prisman, Goddess with the Third Eye, Mystical Sand, Electro Whip. We might be pinned for a little while, but this is far from over. Gotta wait 3 turns. What? You're kidding me. Ugh. 2 of them in her hand? She must have waited to use those. Oh, we still have another baby dragon in our deck. Not all is lost. A mystical sand is still at 2100. By the way, if you were wondering, can you get Swords of Revealing Light Silver? Only by winning duels. If you try to get it from the password screen, it's a any rare card. In other words, a spell card with a really good effect, a field card, or a really powerful monster, they all cost, and brace yourself, 999,999 star chips. Yes, 1 star chip short of 1,000,000. Last turn. And honestly, I'm saving that Raigeki. I have no idea what a Shizu's gonna pull, but I'm not waiting to find out. Good. If we can just get a baby dragon now. Or Miyotoko, actually, that will also work. Get rid of the roaring ocean snake. Alright, she's on the defensive. I'd rather hack away at these cards one at a time than have to use the Raigeki. The Raigeki's been saved for an emergency, which I'm sure we will face very shortly. Seven coloured fish. Right. If only that plant had have lasted 1 turn. We could have had Pumpkin King of Ghosts out. Should I just blast through with the Raigeki? I'm genuinely wondering at this point. We'll give it a turn. We'll give it a turn and then we'll use it. I'm very worried she's going to pull something OP out. Well, that works. Stone Dragon. Now we use the Raigeki. Okay, we've turned it around. Has she got anything? Bury the fountain. That is still excellent. Thunder Dragon. Excellent. Now then. We win. That was a bit long-winded, but we made it. And on the first attempt as well, which I honestly didn't expect. So to have defeated 2 duelists in the tournament this part, I am pleased. Twin Long Rods 1. It's pretty useless. We won't be using it. How? How could I lose? Huh? What? My Millennium Necklace. It's being drawn into a card. Just Kaiba. You made it to the final. I'm rooting for you. What do you want to do? We're gonna save. And then I'll be back in the next part for our match against Kaiba. This is also going to require a lot of work off screen and preparation. I'm not going to think for a moment this will be an easy duel. Now I did say earlier that Pegasus can be harder than Kaiba. I'm still not taking any risks. Like, at all, not a one. We're going to take it steady. I'm going to do some grinding for cards off screen. And then I'm going to come back, ready and prepared, to take on Kaiba in the final. So, a huge thank you to everybody that stopped in for another part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Always a pleasure to bring you some classic gaming goodness. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys, I really do. Always nice to see more of you stopping in. And goodness knows what our sub count is looking like now at the time of this video being out. Because as I was sitting down to record the start of this series, we were on about 720. And because I've got such a large amount of videos just sitting there, waiting to go up on the channel, you guys probably won't be seeing this until March of the following year. We're currently in November. I always record months in advance. I do, it's just the way I do things. I pretty much treat this channel like a part-time job. Anyway, I am sure we've been growing quite substantially these last few months. So a huge thank you. And of course, my awesome people, if you would like to support what we do here on the channel, you can do so by becoming a patron. Every silver patron gets an exclusive patron shout out. at the end of every live stream and pre-recorded Let's Play part, and that's for just £2.50 a month or $3. The same price as a small cup of coffee or a bus ticket. Not at all essential, but very much appreciated, and the link is in the video description and the channel's about section. A special thank you to our first silver patron at the time of recording this video, Mr. Jonathan. You are super awesome, and I very much appreciate it, my dear. And as for everybody else, you have also been super awesome. Thank you very much for stopping in, and I'll see you in the next one. So guys, I have been Silver, your host. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon or night, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care, guys.